Presenting the Shadow Poem. This comes from John Benson's 1640 collection, allegedly collecting all of the poems written by William Shakespeare. This is the Shadow Poem. This shadow is renowned Shakespeare's, soul of the age, the applause, delight, the wonder of the stage. Nature herself was proud of his designs, enjoyed to wear the dressing of his lines. The learned will confess his works are such as neither man nor muse can praise too much. Forever live thy fame, the world to tell, thy like no age shall ever parallel. This is a complimentary video to Alexander Waugh's video, William Marshall New. In that video, he explains a little bit more about what he found, but I'm going to continue with what I discovered in this poem. We'll start off with the Gematria sum puzzle. As usual, we will be using the 23-letter Latin alphabet Gematria values because they were the most common. So, if we take all the uppercase letters in the poem and add them up, we get 184. However, if we add the homophone for the number 4 on line 7, we get 188, a digit sum number. But is this a puzzle? 1 plus 8 plus 8 is 17. Well, let's take a look at it, shall we? Recall that the poem's uppercase Gematria count is 184. How many times can we get similar results just from these numbers? Well, we subtract the number of words with uppercase letters from 184 and we get 170. Is this a coincidence now? Maybe it is. But 188 minus the number of words and we get 119. Is this another coincidence? Two of these sums are multiples of 17. 17 times 7 and 17 times 10. In fact, if you add 7 plus 10, what do you get? But the base number that we have here. And 1 is a digit sum number. So if we take 188 plus the number of words in the poem, we get 255. 17 times 15. Ever is the 40th word completely in lowercase letters from the beginning of the poem. There are 17 words from that word to the end of the signature, in which W and M counts as 2 words. Now, if we add this Gematria value, the uppercase F in line 7, to the number of characters in the line, which is 34, you end up with 40 again. But you can get the number 40 in another way. This is a visual pun on the number 40. The word for above the uppercase T. It is in my classification system of puzzles, type 3A for a 4T puzzle. Now, if we add this Gematria value, the uppercase T in line 8, to the number of characters in the line, we get 51, 17 times 3. How many times do these numbers have to appear before they are meaningful? But what about the shadow? What does that mean in the context of this poem? This is a poem, an earlier poem by the real man who wrote under the name William Shakespeare. It's from A Paradise of Dainty Devices, which was published in 1576 without his permission. And it goes, I'm just going to read the first stanza. I am not as I seem to be, nor when I smile I am not glad. A thrall, although you count me free, I most in mirth, most pensive sad. I smile to shade my bitter spite, as Hannibal that saw in sight his country soil with Carthage town by Roman force defaced down. Now, this is real doggerel. It's not sophisticated at all. However, it's a poem he probably wrote while he was a teenager. Pay attention to line 5. To shade in the poem is to wear a disguise. He says, I smile to shade my bitter spite. Therefore, this shadow, the frontispiece engraving, is a disguise for the real poet. And what this poem is saying is do not look on his picture, but his book, which is exactly what Ben Jonson wrote in the dedication to the reader of the first folio, published in 1623. This is more proof the Marshall portrait does not depict the real poet, but a masked poet. For a more detailed look at the Marshall, see this video on my channel, Secrets of William Marshall's Portrait of Shakespeare. Given the poem, the engraving, and these numbers, we can say that John Benson, the publisher, knew that Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford, was Shakespeare. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.